I'm Yost. I work for Smith & Wesson in the marketing department. I probably have one of the best jobs going. This is what I do for a living. I go to different events. I get to fire, meet people like you guys. I'm here this weekend. Next week I'm up in Maryland doing this. 2 weeks ago I did an event for the Joint Service Academy, the cadets from West Point, Naval and Coast Guard Academy for the combat weapons team. So, I've been involved in shooting about 30 years. I started in 1979, back before there was USPSA. My USPSA number is number 81.
Wow.
As far as IDPA, I fired at the Invitational. I did pretty good there. I won the ESP championship. I got beat by one, porky little guy from Arizona named Robbie Latham. So that
little guy?
Little guy, yeah. Big little guy. I've been to every national since then for IDPA, every indoor nationals. I really enjoy getting to meet guys like you, doing events like this. I enjoy the competition, but the camaraderie, like they say in the booklet, meeting people like mindsets, and that's really a great thing. So, what we're going to do today is I'll go through this course fire, explain to you how I did it, what I think works. It may not work for you, but again, it's like a toolbox. One more tool. A hammer doesn't work for everything. You may need a pair of pliers. So, look at what I'm saying, see if it works for you, try it out. I'll walk through it, you guys can watch, and then you do a dry walkthrough, and then we'll load up, make ready, and go through for live fire. So, first thing I'll mention is safety, of course, is number one. We want to be aware of the muzzle at all times. I like to think of it as a beam of light coming out the muzzle, and you want to never point that at your body or my body or over the berm. You always want to be in control of, if that gun goes off, you know where it's going. So you don't want to have a high ready, you want to have a low ready, not tucked in, but forward or downrange when you're moving. So, and again, finger along the receiver, not on the trigger, except when you're engaging the target. The problem with this is what happens with the walls, they tend to act as a magnet and they suck you right into the wall. That's a problem. The way they set this up, you're hugging the wall, you're gonna have a tough time seeing the targets. So, start position on this is lined up with the end of the wall. It allowed you to be 1 arm length away, which is right here. That's where I started. A lot of guys you see, the buzzer goes off, they're gonna draw, go forward, and engage the targets. And we are allowing you guys to air gun today while you're doing this, so you can line everything up. The problem with doing this is I'm not seeing the whole A zone, and I'm right on top of it. What I did yesterday worked really good for me. Again, I'm started here, I'm doing one pivot. I'm doing one pivot, just like a turn and draw, like that. I'm lined up on the target for that one. For the next one, I do a slight bend of my knee, and I'm lined up. I'm saving all the time I'd be using moving forward. I'm also putting myself in a good position to move real strong to the next spot. Buzzer goes off. 2 A's, and I'm ready to pound off on my strong dominant foot. What I'm doing is I'm tucking the gun in like this. The reason being, I don't want to have it down low, I don't want to have it high. In this position like this, that's basically extending what my draw would be, which is. So if I'm tucked in here, it's the last part of my draw. I'm just doing the same thing. Sight picture is going to be exactly the same as I draw. So I've engaged these guys, I'm moving aggressively to the next spot. By the time I get to about right here, I'm going to want to extend the gun out forward. So as soon as I break that corner, I'm ready to engage. For competition, it's faster. For real life, you're ready to engage something if you have to. So again, I'm extended out. As soon as I come around, I see the full target. I'm putting 2 A's, which means I'm seeing a sight for 2 individual shots. I'm not just doubling that. As soon as I double that, 2 hits on that, I'm then going to pivot over as I'm getting ready to move on that one. I don't necessarily have to have the gun straight up and down to hit the A zone. I can cant it. That allows me to hug cover real tight, which I tend to do a little bit tighter than most of the guys. You need to have 100% of your feet behind, 50% of your upper torso behind. So I'm mounted, coming in, engaging that. For the next one, I'm going to pivot, see my A hits, and I'm ready to move forward at that point. Again, tucking in, moving forward. As soon as I come in, I know this is a low target, so I have it programmed in my mind already. So again, I'm not sucking into the wall, I'm staying back. I'm going to go into a low squat for this. Again, 2 A's, pounding off, tucked in again. As soon as I get about right here, I'm ready to extend it out. I have an 11 round gun, so I know I'm going to slide lock after my first round is fired. Reload again, extend out past the nose shoot. This one's really important. Again, staying away from cover. Here I'm able to squat down, get that one for the last one. It's just a slight bend on my knee and a pivot for the A zone.